Hello, today is Monday, March 8th, 2021, and today you'll be working on a Black History Month Poetry Connection slide project. On the first slide, as you see there are the two different authors that we have been studying from last week, one being Langston Hughes on the right hand side, and on the left hand side is the author Jason. And right there on the left hand side is where it says your name here. That is where you will type your name on the very first slide. On the right hand side, it gives you instructions. For this assignment, you will be analyzing the poem Dreams by Langston Hughes. In your analysis, you will think about the ways this poem connects the poems we read last week. Your Dream Is by Jason Reynolds and Harlem by Langston Hughes. For this week, this is what it looks like. Monday, you will read the poem, which is today, the new one that we're going to have you read for this week, and complete a figurative language analysis. Tuesday, on your asynchronous day, you will complete the tone and mood activity as well as the question creation activity. Wednesday, complete theme activity and a text connection activity. Thursday, you will complete making connections analysis. Um, on Friday, there is no school for you all, but you can turn it in still on Friday to change backgrounds, get creative, and catch up on finishing your presentation on that day. So, the new poem that you're supposed to be reading for this week is called Dreams by Langston Hughes. On the right hand side is a video of Chris Edmond where he reads the poem Dreams by Langston Hughes. And as you're reading, think about how this is connected to the poems Your Dream Is and Harlem from last week. This is the figurative language chart that you should be also working on for today. Notice it says the Monday on the right hand corner. You are going to identify two examples of figurative language from the poem and explain what they mean. There's two types of figurative language there as clues. One says metaphor, so you need to find an example, a line from the poem that is an example of a metaphor, and then what does that metaphor mean? Second one is personification. So you go to the text, to the poem, find an example of personification within the poem, a line, and then describe what does that personification mean in the poem. For Tuesday on your asynchronous day, you will then do mood and tone, identifying the overall feeling of the poem. You will type in the mood that's there on the first square. Then textual evidence, you get a line from the poem that describes the mood that you have put there, and then an image that represents the mood. On the right hand corner, you'll see a box that says get a list of tone and mood words here. You click on there, it will take you to a list of words that you need. Tone, again, you pick the tone that you think is in the poem, textual evidence in the poem that shows that tone, and then an image that represents the tone that you have chosen. The next one is called question creation. You're going to create two questions you have about the poem. So one question that you have on the left-hand side, and then go back to the poem and see if you can answer them yourself on the right-hand side. Again, there is a question on the lower right-hand corner where it says get a list of critical thinking questions here. You will come up with your questions and then answer them. Next one on Wednesday, when we are synchronous again, you will then identify the theme of your poem and provide textual evidence supporting that theme. So they give you an example. An example of theme is freedom is taken for granted. So again, theme is not supposed to be in one word, but it should be a sentence like you see in that example there. And on the right-hand corner again, on the bottom, it says get a list of popular literary themes here. click on that box, it will take you to some themes. Textual evidence, again, it has to be a line from the poem that backs up whatever theme you're choosing. And then the last one is text to self or text to word connection, where the theme makes you think of something in real life that has happened to you or somewhere that you have seen it before on TV or social media or with someone else before that you know. Also on Wednesday, it is text connections. Again, text to self, personal experiences. Text to text is found in books, films, short stories, plays, etc. Text to world is world issues, current events that you see on news, historical events, and so on. On the right hand corner again, it says read more about text connections here. If you need more information, you can click on that box there. But you are creating connections to the poem. So do you have text to self? Can you connect to that poem about dreams? And then text to text, where else have you seen it written in books or films or other poems or plays or story where they talk about dreams? Text to world, where have you seen it in world issues or current events where they talk about dreams of other people? And then the last slide, which is Thursday, making connections, lists the similarities between all three poems. So the ones from last week, it was called Harlem. The one, Your Dream Is, from last week, and then the story Dreams from this week. Okay, so you're going to explain how they are all unique, how are they different, and then in the middle, you're going to see what message connects all three. What do they all have in common that they are all talking about? And then on the right-hand side, there is a connecting theme box. It says, what message connects all three? Remember, the message means like your theme, the life lesson. What do all three are talking about? And this sentence starter is there ready for you. It says all the writers believe that, and then you finish off that sentence. Again, if you have any questions, you can private message me through Google Classroom or Remind, and I will help you any way I can. I will be out on Monday, but you can still message me in case you have any questions. Thank you and have a wonderful day.